Hello and welcome to this special conversation with Rudrankksh Patil. I mean, if one follows the sport of shooting, which I do closely, he has been a sensation. अगर हम भारतीय sport last 5-6 महीना देखें, from his Olympic qualification to winning the gold medal in Cairo, he has been in stellar form and more in this last competition, braving ill health. The way Rudrankksh performed has given us all incredible joy. He qualified in the 8-man field with a score of 629.3 and thereafter 262 to qualify for the gold medal match where he was a clear victor. रुद्रांश पहला सवाल तो यह है कि आपका ये जो कंसिस्टेंसी है, मैं हर स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन में ये ढूंढता हूं. दो सवाल, एक अंडर प्रेशर परफॉर्म करना एंड सेकंड दिस विनिंग मेंटालिटी. This is what is setting you apart. Do you practice this? Were you always calm under pressure? Give me a sense into your mind.
Actually, when I started the sport of shooting, even I discovered the same thing, that consistency is more important in this sport. And the main way to get a consistency is to have a right mindset, have a right attitude, and have a winning attitude. Again, when I started this sport, I did not have a winning attitude, nor did I had the consistency. But over a period of time, I was able to discover that within me, and I was able to develop a winning attitude with the help of my support team, again with the help of my psychologist and everyone around me. Again, due to that, currently I think I have a very strong and much more developed winning attitude than I had before.
Can you just tell me a little bit about this Cairo performance? Because clearly, from what I was reading in media reports, I was speaking to a couple of the coaches. You were unwell, you had fever, it was difficult for you. But from there on, despite all of that, you went on to win gold. Just tell me a little bit more about Cairo.
For this Cairo match, our preparation started from 1st February in Delhi. Over there, we had a 15 days camp, and I was in very good form during that time. Much more better form than I had ever been before during any camp. So I was much more confident for this World Cup. And again, before this, I was not able to win any World Cup at all. So I had a huge inspiration and motivation to win this World Cup. And the camp went fantastically well because our support team continuously taught us new things which we can implement in our shooting. And during this World Cup, I was able to bring all of those things out during the main matches. Again, because I was unwell during this competition, it took me a while to recover after the mixed event. But again, due to the huge motivation from the team and believe in myself, I was able to push through the finals and able to win the gold.
You are following in a lot of people have already started comparing it you with Abhinav, and it's inevitable in our country. We lack champions. We unfortunately in India don't have champions, Rudrankksh. So the moment somebody like you comes as a breath of fresh air, we're like, chalo, we've got the next X, we've got the next Y. How do you combat pressure? Because all of a sudden there is so much media glare. People like us ask for time and interviews. Obviously, we are going to hype it up leading into the Paris Games. How do you keep calm under pressure and forget all this outside noise? It is difficult because you're only 19. There will be money coming your way. There will be media coming your way. There will be public glare. How do you deal with that?
The main thing which I believe is that we don't lack champions. It's just like we don't know we are champions. So as soon as we found out that there is a champion within all of us and we just need to push through, I think because of that, I was able to discover the new myself and new Rudrankksh, and that I think is ultimately helping me to win more. Again, regarding the pressure thing, the most important thing is that I know that I am still 19 and I know I have a lot of responsibility for my country, but at the same time I love the game of shooting. I love to push through all those things, and I think this is the main part of the journey, because afterwards everything is achieved, afterwards all the medals are won. I think it is going to get little boring. So I think this is the best time for me to enjoy all of this stuff, because as you said, all the media guys hype it up right now, but later on I'm not quite sure it's going to be as hyped as it will be. So I think it's the best time to enjoy all of these things.
This I don't agree with. As long as you keep winning medals, we'll keep hyping. My friend, because unfortunately in our country we don't win too many World Cups or World Championships or Olympic medals. So somebody like you, we will keep hyping if the performance keeps happening. Having said that, do you set goals? Do you set goals now that the Olympic qualification done? Obviously there will be trials, and Joydeep and I were chatting day before yesterday on that. Yes, there will be all of that, but now that you've won a world championship, you've created records, you've won a World Cup, Asian Games and Olympic Games. Our country moves from Olympics to Olympics. If you actually see, it's one cycle to another cycle. And Paris will be perhaps the climax in that sense, because all of India, billion people will be following the sport. Have you started thinking about it?
Well, I have started thinking about it since we started our game itself. Because when we start about it, our coaches drill the thoughts about winning Olympic in our mind, and we keep that as an ultimate goal. But over a period of time, we are just taught that just keeping an ultimate goal doesn't usually help. We need to have small steps for each and every game, and I think that are the main things which I'm able to work on the small steps itself. So the next step would be focusing on the recovery. The middle step would be focusing on the coming World Cup in Bhopal. So I think that's the way we are just trying to keep ourselves in the present and not go into future too much.
Excellent to hear that. Excellent to hear that. The next one I want to sort of again take you back, Rudrankksh. When you shoot a gold medal match, for example, a lot is at stake, because in sport it's winner takes all. Nobody really remembers a number four, and it's such a thin line between winning and losing, because all of you are elite athletes. That time when you shoot that final shot, or when you qualify for that final shot, how do you keep calm? How do you keep your nerves under control?
I think in the game of shooting, we learn to develop our concentration very naturally. And over a period of time, after shooting for so long, I think I'm able to now currently have a huge distractions in my mind while I'm shooting the finals. So I think it's quite the distraction can either be like which movie I'm going to see during the day after the finals.
What do you mean? So you're shooting the final and you're thinking about it. I mean, you're distracted by, I mean, you basically sort of divert pressure by thinking about that.
Yeah, most of the thing I try to do that, but mostly sometimes what happens is the score sheets are in front of us, so we get distracted. Actually, the game of finals is just about distractions. The more we are distracted by the public, the more it's difficult for us to shoot. The more we are distracted from the outside things, the more it's difficult for us to shoot. But if you are distracted within yourself, it's again even more difficult. The main thing is to keep yourself occupied during that period, and I think I'm able to do that quite well right now. And the main thing is our team over there is so good in supporting us that we usually have a plan of what to do after the finals. And yeah, during the finals we have all the plans and things set up to do what if this happens, what if that happens. So all the things come to play.
Last question, Rudrankksh. What about mental health? I mean, clearly you are now on a winning spree, but it won't happen in sport. I mean, there will be days when you lose. How will Rudrankksh Patil take defeat? Because you've not tasted it. You've only won everything, and the expectations are building. So, thought on mental health and when you have to deal with adversity and maybe a defeat.
Well, if you see it in that way, I think last year I was not able to win Cairo World Cup. I was not able to win Baku World Cup. Again, before that, there were so many matches I was not able to win at all. Not even get my name on the finals list. But during that period, what I was able to learn actually helped me win all those medals now. So I have a different perspective of losing. The thing is that because I lost during those matches, I was able to win now. So I don't consider those matches lost anymore. I consider them as a small steps towards my winnings. So overall, I currently am not afraid of winning or losing itself. I'm just focused on how to learn and how to grow with my team and keep on achieving my goals and keep on believing that I can achieve those goals. So
It's been a pleasure talking to you, Rudrankksh. Clearly, you are
thank
way
you.
more mature than your years. I mean, these are words which I mean, I have been interviewing athletes for the last 25 odd years. That's what I do for a profession. It's been a pleasure, because for somebody to be able to sort of think like the way you are and talk like the way you are, it's a whiff of fresh air. All I will say is all the very best to you. We will follow you in every single competition and in training. And of course, we lack champions. You are one. So keep giving your best. Make the tricolor fly high. All of India will be and is with you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much
Okay.
for that. Thanks a
Thank
lot.
you. Thank you. Bye.